We're ready.
Morning ride.
I really enjoy this image. I'm concerned about the halo effect on his reflection in the water.
I think it should be flipped even though he's moving to the right. If you turn it over, your eyes would lead to him and stop there. I really enjoy this image. I like the quality all the way through, except as Lori pointed out, I have a feeling we're not seeing what we should be seeing, but look at the area underneath the boat, the reflection, if that's being pixelized or what.
It's been said.
83. Missouri sunset.
Well, the biggest problem with fill flash, trying to balance that with the sunset, which is very popular with everybody right now, is that it is to do. Again, the 45-degree angle with the light, you need to get it off your camera and get it out to the side if you're going to be doing that. And the larger the light source, the softer the shadows are going to be, and then the posing. She needs to be turned in so that she's thinner. And then no fingers on his back.
Again, think about the natural lighting that's on their face, which Tom's talking about. It's just way over flash. If you're in a situation you don't have anything, take a cloth with you, a handkerchief, throw it over it, soften it down. You can see what's on the back of your camera. It needs to be controlled like the natural sunlight would be. So that's all I have.
77. Over to the beach.
I see the technique I like on the bottom. It is slightly too cyan for me, but the technique does not follow up into the sky, and I know why. I mean, it's hard for it to without blowing and getting strange things happening in the sky. But right now, there's no consistency at all between the rest of the image and the sky. That's what held me back a lot.
I like the image. I think the technique that was applied is over applied, and I think that's hurting me more than anything else. The photograph was taken at low tide, so you've got some moss and other sea creations on those piers that are really pretty funky. The color on the front pier should be the same as the one in the back, and I think you could probably go in and crop that out of there completely. You'd get rid of the name on the boat, and then what I would do is dial it back a little bit, about 20%, 10-20%, look at it, and then I would look at also flipping the image and have that open area in the lower left-hand corner, and then get rid of your keystoning on your mat again.
I agree with some of the things that Tom and Lori, and some of them I don't. I don't think you should flip it. I actually like the lines that lead from the left to the right to the church. I do think this is a strong image, and I think by working with some of the filter effects, you do have a merit right here. So work on this image.
81. Jorge loves the fire. .76.
I think one of the issues that you have here is there's actually, other than the subject's face with the sunglasses, there is no sense of direction at all. It's very chaotic, tonality-wise, very chaotic. Possibly in a black and white, it may look worth salvaging, but the blue support pole in the left side can be gone. The black and red or black and orange extension cord in the center needs to be gone. And then the subject matter is the sparks, because that's when there's sparks. I had a commercial job one year that the owner said, if there's not welding sparks flying, we're not making money. So I always look toward that source, that they're making money at that point because they're working, and that is on the right-hand side of the picture, going out of the picture, and I need to have the focus there.
Well said.
Power of intention.
I really like this image. I would crop off a lot on the right-hand side up as much as 2 inches. And also her necklace with the blue in it does not tie in. It's actually distracting and pulls me away from her face. I keep wanting to go down to the necklace and back up. I love the tonal range of it. And the specularity is good, and you do have some nice detail in the face, so I like it.
Yeah, I would knock down the left side above her back, that vertical line, take that down, crop out on the right, as you said. I would change the turquoise to probably a color that's in the blouse, and then that will reduce the tendency to want to go down there. But love the expression on her face and the feel of the youth and vitality of her.
I think that there needs to be more direction of lighting. I think it's a little too flat on her face.
79. 4 generations.
Let's speak up on this. Conceptually, I really like this. I wished I would have done this myself. But you're in a controlled situation studio, and I think the lighting on Grandpa especially does not follow through with the rest of them. Maybe it's just printed differently. But the idea is it captures your attention, so I enjoy it. But I think that you need to do some work on it as far as saturation and printing it down.
Yeah, I love the concept, I love the idea, and I can see so many ways of this being put together so quickly and so easily in post-production. What bothers me is the pants on the great-grandfather, the pants and that buckle on grandfather, and then why can't we, and please forgive me on this one, I'm assuming these were all shot the same day in the same studio at the same time. But the baby, if he had been the same proportion as everybody else, the thing would have sung. But on first impact, I wanted to fall into the picture and go from grandpa to great-grandpa to great-grandpa to the son, all the way down to the baby. Boom, 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 boom.
I feel like each one needs a little bit more headroom or space on top as well. It just seems really tight. But I enjoy the image. I enjoy the concept.
For your amusement.
Title again, please?
For your amusement.
and the intent of this is for an art piece. And I don't want to take anything away from this being an art piece. But when you are working with art, there are things that you can control. And the lighting on behind the sign, and there's a lot of things in this that are distracting. But I really enjoy it and looking at the elements in it as an art piece. But Tom will address probably more of the putting it together. Please, Tom.
As an art piece, I like it. It has the impact. It has the attention-grabbing entrance, because one, the sign grabs you, and then you can go in and start looking around. There are some little things that can be tweaked, and I'm not really sure if I would. It's very flat in the sense that it doesn't have any three dimensions because of the tonality of layers and stuff that are put over the top of it. I think that is an issue of post-production. But as is, I like it. I would merit it.
79. Growing strong. $77.
Nice portrait of a young man, but it is lacking in the qualities of a print. Beautiful portrait.
Storytelling kind of lacks. Several things, impact and such. We need some pop in the eyes as well.
Sorry.
That was 77. Together.
I want to see romance here. It's getting to a point where we're not sharing a lot of stuff here, but this couple's in love. They're privately alone. There either should be a lot of touching and feeling and embracing or direction from the photographer. And so I don't see it from them, and I don't see it from the photographer's point of view either as directing them. And there's distraction with the jet trails in the sky. There's just a lot of things, but body language, storytelling is what's holding me back.
I would like to have seen a little more detail in the arrangement of her dress. If you were selling this to a bridal shop, the bridal shop wouldn't take it because the dress is not being shown in its best light. Again, the controlling of that off-camera flash needs to be addressed. The light is to the right side, so that's throwing a shadow onto the bride. I would like to see the light off to the left, and then that would not have happened.
The angles of the trees also bottom.
77. Ready? Violinist.
I really like this image. The one thing that I spot is the brown line coming out of the top of her head. I think once that's gone, I'm going to like it even better.
Her fingers bother me. There's a lot of point in the whole thing with her face. So you just tone her hand down a little bit, and we all like it.
Yeah, it breaks all the rules in the book. It's very quirky, and we like it. So address those two issues, and I think you'll have something that will do well.
80. No snow.
I would love to photograph this and put it in my family album. It's a great angle. It is certainly telling the story, but for myself, there's a lot of things in it that that is not going to be able to make it into the merit category. The black mat, again, the fine line around it is white. It just is distracting from it. There's too much out of focus on the foreground. The feet don't need to be shown in the pants of the leggings. Probably if you took about an inch or two off the bottom, it would help it draw into the faces more.
There's not much saturation and contrast to give it the pop that it needs. It's a little muted.
Good
but
angle.
it's a cute idea. It did make us smile.
75. Walnuts.
Well, I
79.
enjoy this. The person's working on this has got a definite design pattern in art instead of fine art. And the old mask, if this were a painting,
I think it is. And I can't tell on the screen, but I think this is one of the digital paintings.
well, it has some beautiful effects to it. Matte presentation really takes away from what we're looking at, and I know it's hard to show that, but I'm going to listen to it. I really like it.
I like this a lot. I think I underscored it.
I did too.
I think this is a digital painting. I'd like to see it a little bit larger on the screen, and like you said, without so much border, because we can't quite tell for sure. But the lighting on it is beautiful. One of the nut areas, that top nut, is slightly hot, but again, if it was a digital painting, then
See, I disagree with both of you.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it as an art piece. I think it is digital painting. If it is, then they've got far more control over it that they could have exercised in post-production. Right side on the bowl, where there's some nuts back there, that's a highlight there. The lighting to me is on the top nuts is probably about 20% too hot. The background is too hot for my taste. The back left corner of the napkin is drawing way too much attention to my taste. And the nut on the open shell on the right side is almost mirroring the nut on the left side with the open meat showing. I would like to have seen that either laying down or laying flat, so that you have the curvature on it. But I'm jumping between those two nuts. Like the idea. Yeah, leave me alone. I'm on a roll. I like the idea of it. I like the feel of it. My face is getting warm now. And I think we could probably even. No, I was going to say crop it. I like it.
Things that's on the napkin would I would like you to do that.
Work on it.
But yeah,
It's
you're
nice.
you're heading in the right direction, and disregard
It's all a bunch of nuts.
disregard the ones to my right and the left here. So, good job.
That was 79.
I'm going to take an 18.5.